A treacherous, perilous, and seemingly never-ending gravel road spills into a small town in a valley at the foot of the Cederberg Mountains. Wuppertal is a Moravian mission station. Here, life is slow, and people grow very old. It could be the endless expanse of clear blue sky. It could be the way of life. But it's possibly that nearly everyone here has Rooibos almost fused with their DNA.
It runs in our veins. It's part of our culture. You can't talk about Rooibos without Wuppertal people. And you can't talk about Wuppertal people without Rooibos. We are linked.
For Barend Salomo, Rooibos is part of his earliest recollection.
I'm out of a family of 12. It's a lot of kids. I've got 6 sisters and 5 brothers. But you know, all of us were breastfed. And because they are quick after each other, my mother knew what will be the substitute when we get off of the breast. She put Rooibos as a substitute for mother's milk.
The pensioner is one of 63 organic certified Rooibos farmers in the area. Rooibos is an indigenous plant that flourishes only in the Cederberg region of the Western Cape. The Wuppertal production area falls on the eastern slope of the Cederberg Mountains, which gets very little rain. Salomo says this results in a tea that is more sweet and tasty and of exceptional quality. The knowledge of Rooibos tea and its benefits have been passed down for centuries.
You know, when the first missionaries came here in the early 1800s, there was 7 Khoi families in this village. So we were here before the missionaries came.
Rooibos is farmed commercially. Its health benefits are widely recognized. And besides tea, a staple in most South African homes, it has many other uses, including beauty products. It's becoming increasingly popular the world over, and around half of produce is exported. 9 years ago, the Khoi and San peoples approached the Rooibos industry in search of recognition for their ancient knowledge and uses of the plant. It was a slow and arduous process. The industry, government, Khoi and San councils and legal representatives inched closer to an accord. At the heart of the matter was the claim by the Khoi and San communities that they are the traditional knowledge holders of Rooibos. Finally, in 2016, there was a breakthrough and acknowledgement.
The council people, the people from the department, the people from natural justice, and the Rooibos representatives, they all cried at that moment because we crossed the Rubicon that was never expected to be crossed. And that laid the foundation for a much better relationship ever since 2016. We then decided that we will negotiate going further in good faith with each other.
Now an agreement is in place that translates to 1.5% of sales at farm gates to be put into trusts, which amounts to around 12 million rand per year. It's a milestone, not just for the industry, but in the world.
We had indigenous people who felt that their knowledge was being used and they were unhappy about that, and they are supported by international accords and the South African Rooibos industry, which recognizes the injustice of the past. And as such, it took a long time, because it's groundbreaking work, it's first in the world work, to really work this out into a accord that was workable.
Back in Wuppertal, Barend Salomo says the agreement has laid a decent foundation.
For years, this tea was well known as a poor man's drink. So to acknowledge that the Khoi and the San is traditional of that, not a poor drink, but a drink with much, much value, that give us like inspiration that specific day.
There are no Khoi or San descendants that farm on a commercial scale. The National Khoi and San Council says while the agreement will help to bring change, the next battle is around land. On Wuppertal, small-scale farmers still rent the land from the Moravian Church. The council wants all role players to come to the table.
All they need is give them implements, give them land, allow them, help them, assist them so that they can become commercial farmers. And then we will go far beyond the contract that was signed.
Government has committed to continue working with around 160 small-scale Rooibos farmers.
We would like to increase their land holding together with them. We'd also like to understand better the whole value chain of Rooibos cultivation and processing, and we would like to involve the communities in the full value chain so that over time they can increase the commercial value of their own holdings and their own farms.
The organic Rooibos grown in Wuppertal is exported the world over. And Barend Salomo is ready to take his production to the next level.
At last, after so many years, we can benefit out of the knowledge of our forefathers that carried this knowledge from generation to us, and we are thankful unto them. I always said, you don't know Rooibos until you taste Wuppertal Rooibos. Yeah.
Salomo sees a great future for his beloved Wuppertal and Rooibos. He has a vision that young people will not leave Wuppertal anymore in search of opportunities elsewhere. They will stay, they will grow Rooibos, they will prosper, and they will continue the story of their forefathers for many more generations to come. Mariska Botha, SABC News, Wuppertal.